What's good, y'all, man? We back again with another video. Today we have to talk about the Golden State Warriors. I have been one of the people that have just always thought that they'll get it together, and I've been saying that for like the last 2 weeks, but they haven't gotten it together. So I figured I just have to make a video about it. But before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe, all that other stuff. But with the Golden State Warriors, they are right now 6-9. They haven't won a game on the road. I think they're 0-8 on the road. So they're starting off pretty bad. And I remember going into the season, literally a lot of people had them as a top 3 seed. And I was one of them people. I actually had them at number 2. And I just felt like what's happening right now is going to happen. I felt like Steph Curry was going to come out the best Steph Curry we've ever seen. I've had him as my MVP in all of my videos that I made. And I'm looking right. If they get some fucking wins, I would be right. But I figured he was going to come out strong. But I also thought Klay was going to come out strong. I thought Wiggins was also going to take the leap to be the clear-cut number 2. And I thought Draymond was still going to do his shit on defense. And Klay and all the other guys off the bench. I thought they were going to have a really good team. And they still kind of do, but it is some stuff we have to talk about. I'm going to leave Klay for last because I want to spend a lot of time on that. When we're looking at this team, we also have to realize, even though I just said I'm going to leave Klay for last, Klay's going to get a lot of blame. And that's just because he's an easy target. And that's like, I've been saying it on Twitter. That's so weird to me. Like, the motherfucker had a torn Achilles, a torn ACL in back-to-back years. And niggas expect him to go back to being one of the best 3-and-D wings of all time. No, like, it's going to take some time. The nigga had 2 of the worst injuries you can get in basketball in back-to-back years. It's going to take some time. But, like I said, he's an easy punching bag. But when we're looking at the starting lineup, the starting lineup is one of the best starting lineups in the league. And I'm not just saying off of like face-wise or who they are. No, like legit stats and watching. They're one of the best starting lineups in the league on both sides. Top 5 on both sides. It's the bench that is killing them. Now, I was told that they lost some key pieces, and I understood. Otto Porter, that's a key piece, 3-and-D wing. A guy he plays like a vet, and he was a guy that like fit their system so perfectly. Same thing with Bielisa, and they lost a specialist and Gary Payton, and I don't know. I think I kind of underrated how big of a loss that was. I agree. I'll take it on the chin. I underrated how big of a loss that was because, like I said, he was like a specialist, a defensive specialist. You can put him on 1 through 4, he'll lock you up. He's one of the best defenders I've ever seen. And it's crazy that he was in the G League for so long and he guards like that. Like, he's legit a lockdown. So, but I was just thinking, like, yo, you bring in Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga. Yes, they're not specialists, but they're decent defenders. But they're also guys that don't have the IQ that Gary Payton has. That even on the other side, you can't keep them on the floor because the IQ's not there. It doesn't help their offense, so you're not going to see what their defense does. On offense, Gary Payton, he's not hitting the threes, he's not dribbling, doing all this dumb shit, but he knows what to do that a lot of the young guys don't know how to do is he knows how to set a good screen. And that's all they need on that offensive side. He played the center role and he was a really good center at 6'4", next to Steph Curry. He's a really good center, and he fit. That's why he was able to stay on the floor. These young guys are having trouble staying on the floor. Not just because of their defense, because defense is terrible. Like, if you see the defensive lineup when they have the whole bench in, it's terrible. But on the offensive side, you see, wow, I'm not cutting it out. On the offensive side, you see that there's plenty of times where the vets are getting like frustrated and mad. I even seen Steve Kerr getting mad on the sideline because it's just obvious shit you have to do if you want to play. Like, these dudes been here for 2 years. You won the championship with them. James Wiseman, you've been in there for 3 years. Y'all can't set a fucking screen? For Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, you have to set screens. Jordan Poole, you have to set screens. There's none of that tap them. No. Draymond Green and Kevin Looney, they set real legit screens where they bodying up with you, and you have to run through me if you want to get to Steph Curry. That's what you have to do to play with Steph Curry. But the young guys just don't understand that yet. And Moses Moody, I give him a little bit of slack because like he's doing his job. It's just like I would say he's far away ahead of the other 2 guys that we'll talk about. But it's just about him being more consistent with his stuff. And on defense, he's been pretty good, but he just has to hit his shots. And he also has a problem with screens because they use him to screen. But I'm more so talking about Jonathan Kuminga and James Wiseman. Jonathan Kuminga should be able to stay on the floor, but it's just little stuff that he lacks. That just, like, they don't have no time for that. They need players that need to learn how to play now, and Jonathan Kuminga is just not that. Like Jonathan Kuminga, I don't think it's a skill thing, and I don't think it's an effort thing. I think he just goes too hard, that it just hurts him, because he wants to show that he belongs. But I'm gonna say it now: we don't need you to go out here and be a bucket or be one of the best young talents in the league. We don't need that right now. Especially at your position, they never had like a real dominant four other than Kevin Durant, and he's like, come on now, he's nowhere near that. We need you to set picks, which he doesn't do, and we need you to chill out. Like he'll get the ball at the rebound and just go by himself, run. I'm like, yo, chill. And then we seen 2 days ago, he got the ball, ran, and when he usually does, he forces the shots, and that's when you just get early shot clock shots and they just brick, and then we're going back on defense. What he did the other day, and Steph Curry clapped him up for it. At the end of the day, it was a dead ball. He clapped him up for it, looked him specifically in his face, and clapped him up for it because he got the ball, ran, seen. I don't remember the defender. It was probably Jakob Poeltl or Keldon Johnson. Seeing that there was no way to get to the rim, because that's what Jonathan Kuminga wants to do. Like he loves pushing it because he just wants to play. He wants to show that he needs to be on the court. So he got the ball, ran, hit a little in and out, didn't get nowhere. Instead of going in, he went dribbled the ball out. That's what you got to do, and that's why Steph Curry clapped him up, because like that's learning. He's learning, and I would say he's also ahead of Wiseman, because Wiseman is terrible, but Jonathan Kuminga just got to learn the little stuff if he wants to play. His defense has been decent, but like I say, he's too eager. He gets a lot of foul calls on him because he wants to get up all up in you, and that's just, you don't got to do that. You don't have to do that. Especially when you're not smart like that, you don't have to do that. Draymond and Andrew Wiggins, they can do that because they've been through the situations where they had to do that, and like they did really good. He's young. You don't got to be all up on people. Just guard up, which he does pretty well. Like he's a really good defender to me. It's just about he has to tone it down. I say the same thing with Colin Sexton. I know this is my guy. Gotta tone it down, because when you're trying to do that, you're trying to jump in the lanes to get a loose ball. You're trying to get a pass. It's like a lazy pass, like no, and then you miss the pass, and now you're leaving up an open three. Stuff like that you can't do, but that's stuff that he does because he's too eager to do something. You just gotta chill, and like people always say, the game will come to you. Just gotta let it come, bro. Pause, let it come. Now James Wiseman is bad. It's bad. I see why they sending him down to the G League. I don't think it was gonna solve shit. It goes to what a lot of people say. Onyeka Okongwu was a better center, and he was a better pick. It was obvious. It was obvious. I understand. James Wiseman, unicorn-esque type player. Warriors, y'all never needed a unicorn to win. Y'all should know that. Y'all never needed. That's one of the worst draft picks that Bob Myers has drafted. You never needed a unicorn to win. Onyeka Okongwu knows how to fucking set screens. He can actually catch. He's a lob threat. That's all you needed. He blocks shots. He does his job. That's what y'all needed. Y'all don't need a dude that's going to post up. I got to stop my offense to give James Wiseman the ball so he can do something. That's not what y'all needed. So that was a bad pick. But looking at James Wiseman, man, I'm not, like I said in my situations video the other day, not going to call him a bust. I'm not going to do that because it's just a bad situation for him. Because like I said, he wants to do all that stuff. He wants to post up. He wants to try to shoot off on a three. Like, even though that's not his game, he wants to do that because he is a unicorn-esque type player. But we're not stopping our offense and giving it to Steph Curry and Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson to stop. Okay, James, go post up. Let me get the ball. They're not doing that shit. So that's why that looks so bad, but he has to work on himself. He can't set a screen, and like you're a center, 7'1" center. You can't put a body on nobody. I seen one time he tried to set a screen, and it actually worked, and then he went for the post up. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? We're not, like I said, we're not doing that. We're not setting, we're not posting you up, none of that. So he has to work on himself. He can't catch. His defense is terrible. He's very slow on his feet. Yeah, he's bad. He's bad. And he's a really smart guy, but like it's not coming to him at all. And I think with another opportunity on a different team, he'll be pretty decent. But like that just, man, they looking crazy because Onyeka Okongwu was right there, man. He was right there. But to the big part of the video, Klay Thompson. And I said this with Klay in the all season. I feel like the thing, because a lot of people saying Klay was washed last year. And I was like, yo, motherfucker's still Klay Thompson. He's still going to hit his shots. My whole thing is the IQ is gone. It's gone. Let me show you how it's gone. All right, so they're going to stop. Down by 7. Tight game. third quarter with 5 minutes left and trying to make a run. He pulls up for a contested shot after previously he wasn't hitting nothing. Like he had about like 4 makes at that time out of 11. It was not like he was hot. And that's I'm just trying to see if I'm still hot. No, that was a bad shot. That's a terrible shot. But we're gonna let the play keep going. Let it keep going. Torrey Craig bringing the ball up. He goes in his defensive stance. I believe they scored. I don't remember this part. DeAndre, and you got to be more aggressive. Got him in ball. I don't know why he likes going away from the basket. Okay, stop right here. Now I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to take a guess and tell me what he did. Okay, now that you guess, let's watch and see what he did. What is that shot? What is that? And just look at the team reaction. Look at Draymond. Like, what the fuck? What is normally Draymond running back on defense? But he mad as shit because what is that shot, Clay? And it's not like he's not shooting it. Like, the three's still there. He's shooting 37. It's not 42, 44 like he usually do. He's shooting 37% from three. But it's just the IQ is completely gone. And I know why it's gone. Because I know who Clay is and I know the type of person he is. He wants to prove to, not us, because I'm not expecting that, to the people that are calling him washed and all that shit. He wants to prove y'all wrong so bad that it's getting in his own head. It's getting in his own head. He wants to prove people wrong. He wants to show that he's the old Klay Thompson. Motherfuckers like me that actually understand what he went through, I'm not expecting the best 3-and-D wing of all time. No. I know that probably this never coming back. I just want you to be Klay. I just want you to hit your shot and spot up. I'm watching Klay dribble the ball so much, and it's making me think when he was in his prime, the nigga, like, he rarely dribbled. He literally has a game where he scored 60 on 3 dribbles. But I'm watching him dribble all of a sudden. He's taking mid-range shots off the dribble. Like, that's just not Klay. But that's just him trying to prove to y'all that are getting on his nerves, that's getting under his skin, that he's who he is. Like that. He didn't make top 75. That fucked him up. That also fucked him up. And I can tell he's not going to let it show. That motherfucker's hurt mentally. He's hurt. And I feel bad for him because, like, I wish I could get through to him and, like, talk to him like, yo, you don't have to be this. Like, you're going to have some clowns that try to clown you for it. But, like, motherfucker, like you always say, I have 4 fucking rings. Like, I'm him. But you're trying to prove that you're just, like, no, we don't expect that right now. We don't expect that. And the thing is, he don't have nobody to call him out. Draymond lost his voice. I want to let y'all know that right now. Now, I've been peeping that, too, where it's normal times Draymond will yell at you, like, yeah, get here. He don't do that. Other day, Jordan Poole took Steph Curry's pass, and you seen that he was about to yell, and he just kind of pulled it back, scratched his head and shit. And Jordan Poole still made the shot, but like shit like that, like he lost his voice with that whole situation. Steph loves Klay so much that he won't say it. Steve Kerr is a player's coach. Now Pop would have been told Klay little ass, like, you better chill, you done. Steve Kerr is a player's coach. He ain't gonna do that unless you're a young nigga. But like Steve Kerr grew with them, so it's like me growing with my best friend. I mean, actually, I can't even use that because I tell my best friend you some dumb shit all the time. But like, he's not gonna do that. He's a player's coach, so they gotta find some way to get Klay in check because these dumb IQ shots he's taking is hurting the teams, hurting the flow. And I'm not saying trade Klay Thompson because I think him, Steph, and Dre should be lifetime Warriors. I don't understand that. I don't understand why people want them to split up. I want to see that for the rest of our lives. They played some of the best basketball we've ever seen. So if you love the sport, you should love them. Even if they fucked your team up, which they probably did because they fucked up everybody. But like, nigga, they played the best basketball of all time. So I don't want them to trade any of them, but they have to make some trades. And I probably will have a trade video, like when I just name trades for a lot of teams coming soon. But as of right now, they got to think about it. Jakob Poeltl is the obvious trade partner though. Him, Isaiah Hartenstein would be fire for them. I think he would be really good for them. They got a lot of options. I think Kuminga could be gone. The Wiseman should be gone. I think Moody should stay. JaMychal Green, they have to find an upgrade. He proved me fucking wrong. He looks terrible. But yeah, they need some help because 30's going crazy. 30 is looking like April 2021 Steph Curry, where he's averaged the 44 points in a month. Like 30's going crazy. But other than that, man, that's it for this video. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.